Hi, my name is Jessie Chen. I'm the holder of this diary. Call it When Traveling. I feel like sometimes I'm like a dinosaur. Yeah, sometimes, because most of the time I hold conversation fluently. However, in some circumstances, I found myself having longer nerve which doubles the reception time. December 31st, 2021, in Budapest, Hungary. Emma and I were gonna change to another hostel on Margaret Island, which is in the Danube River, because the original one we stayed was overbooked. The plan on New Year's Eve was, well, let's see. Morning time was for relaxing. Energy revived after noon. In the morning, I was baking my toast both in Bratislava. Well, speaking of this, it turned out my advanced worry was redundant because shops were still open during holidays in Budapest. Anyway, while I was trying to take out a hot plate with tissues, a guy sitting aside came to bring me a dry towel. And I was like, oh, he's the one sitting in lounge 2 days ago. I noticed him because he's here. He looked calm and seemed to be a person thinking deeply. Oh, thank you. It's better than that, he said quietly. I didn't answer because I was focused on taking out my bread. And several seconds later, his words just reached to my brain, but unfortunately, the conversation was over. That kind of late reception didn't happen just one time. Another time I was arranging my luggage in room. Suddenly, a guy walked in and passed by the aisle of my bed. I turned my head to his direction for less than 1 second. My eyes somewhat caught his humble air, but my brain didn't stop processing what I was doing then. And just right at the moment, he said hi to me. And again, I didn't respond and was just aware that in several seconds, which was definitely too late even if I wanted to go on the conversation. And also, I felt a bit guilty for not responding politely. Well, anyway, what was done was done. After finishing checking the island hostel, we then took a walk there. And it was during the walk I realized why the song is called The Blue Danube, because it is blue indeed. I just turned on the intense function of my camera and the blue showed up. At the moment, I feel like I was fond of the river more and more. The feeling is like every time you spend time with someone new, you can always discover a new side of them, which is exactly where the charm lies in. 1 hour walk on Margaret Island made us hungry. We then went to a 24-hour creperie in Bethany Square Market Hall. I ordered sour cherry poppy flavor, which was said to be a specialty there. However, it wasn't that surprising for me. That taste and texture of the poppy are just like the black sesame paste, which is quite common in Taiwan. Anyway, it still somewhat satisfied my desire to have a crab then. The starch we consumed was soon transferred into energy. Well, since we were full then, why didn't we start to take another walk? We then walked south. On the way, I was enjoying wandering in the empty alleys. Though there's nothing to see actually, I just love the feeling of walking aimlessly. And in this way, surprisingly, we arrived in the Fisherman's Basin again. Wow, there were quite many people gathering here, and taxis were also endlessly driving over. It seems Fisherman's Basin is a popular place for celebrating New Year. Standing there, you could see fireworks set off next to the Parliament building, which was indeed a good spot to appreciate the night view. Lingering there for a while, we then took a bus to Central, where Ferry Wheel of Budapest was situated. As long as we got off, we strongly felt the happiness to usher in the new year. I got to know how Hungarians celebrate it. On streets, people were blowing a kind of plastic horn which had great volume to scare you away. Well, that's kind of cool, but also annoying. In addition to blowing the horn, people were also singing with strangers and setting off skyrockets on narrow streets, which, to be honest, was a bit dangerous because I saw the sparks being extremely close to someone's window. At midnight, the sounds of fireworks were filled with the whole city. While staring at the sky, I also noticed the fireworks wasn't an official organized one. Instead, they were set off by citizens standing in different spots. Soon, the fireworks were over. We then went west to the bank, passed by the Parliament building again, and walked north along the Danube River. Written by Jessie Chen. Thanks for your reading.